Hi, today I want to talk about. I think I had a couple videos that I went on a rant, but today I want to let you know how I feel and different things that I learned from Korea, and also why Korea is way better than America, and why I have the reverse culture shock, and why people get reverse culture shock. I like to start off saying a few things about why Korea is better than America. Well, first of all, living in Korea, you can get from Busan to Seoul in about 1 or 2 hours with a bullet train. Transportation is unbelievable. I mean, you can get anywhere in a city. It's in a mile radius of where the city is, even from the outskirts of the countryside. You could take a bus or a train. Transportation is unbelievable. So you're never stuck in a way where here I'm in my hometown in America, and I tell you, you can't even go anywhere. The places are boring. There's no buses that run through here, and even in some of the cities, such as Pittsburgh, there's nothing that goes anywhere. And when they do have a subway, it goes 4 or 5 stops. I mean, the difference of transportation. Now, I'm not talking about New York or Chicago, but basically, I'm saying where I'm from, uh, how it's very difficult to adjust, and why I feel that Korea is far better than America, in my opinion. Um, Transportation is number one, and you don't need to drive a car. Uh, Also, in Korea, there's a lot of different varieties of foods. Korean foods, number one, is just healthier. It seems like here in America, everybody is just the obesity rate is sky high. I don't think they don't even understand that they're so big here, because it just feels like they just keep eating the wrong foods, and they think in their minds that it's a healthy food. Even when you go to a healthy food store, everything in there is unhealthy. In America, everything is bigger. Even when you get a coffee, I went to Burger King. I ordered a coffee and it was like extra large. It was almost like this size. In Korea, or when I was in Japan, they just have a moderate size of everything, food, drinks, because they have a controlled way of how to stop obesity in their country. And that's one thing that is very reverse culture shock for me. I still can't get used to it. I've been back from Korea for 2 months almost, and it just feels like I'm Korean. I'm adjusting to a foreign country. Um, it's just I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I just want to go back every day. I want to go back every day. I just want to go back. I feel like um, that when you go abroad, when you go uh, out of America to other countries, you adapt. What I call what America does not have is honor. Honor is so important. Honor is important. You don't have honor, you don't respect nobody. In America, is is just me and no more. Meaning, I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna do what I need to do to survive. You gotta be an adult to take care of yourself. It's like these attitudes are very uh, uneducational. It's almost like you're dealing with a lot of sheep. What I've seen, like when I'm in Korea, that people have an agenda, they have a plan, they're going somewhere, they're always busy, and that's good. Um, when I was there, I always kept myself busy. It was very comfortable to walk out my office tell. Um, to go to different places and coffee shops and see that so many people are just studying and doing their, studying for whatever they're doing or business meetings. In America, I feel like everybody has, like, they don't take life seriously, or they're overwhelmed with um, drama. Whatever they can find out is drama. Everyone wants to know everyone else's business. I know it could be everywhere in the world, but what I see is everybody is just, they talk a lot of stuff. Meaning here in America, a lot of people, I'm going to do this. Oh, when I was young, I could do this, but now, and they're 40 years old, they're living in the same place all their life. They've never been out in another country, and they have an audacity to give advice to somebody else. That's crazy. So, being out of the country for 6.5 years, seeing other cultures, and I do speak the language, Korean, fluently, it seems that Korea has spoiled me. Korea will spoil you as a foreigner. Everything is customer service. When you go to Emart, when you're going to little mom and pop stores, everybody is really nice. What do you want? They come up to you, they ask you, they just overwhelm you with the kindness of customer service. Here in America, it's almost like get it yourself. No one even comes to the aisles. I was in the aisle at Walmart, and I feel like that I was there for an hour. No one came and helped me. It seems like they don't want to work here. Like American people are just lazy. It's sad, and the customer service in Korea is impeccable. That's one of the reasons why I love Korea. Is a customer service. They treat you like a king or a queen. And another thing is Korea is 24 hours. Everything that you could do, you can get something to eat, you could do something. You don't have to, everything closes down. Even in Los Angeles, when I'm living there, everything at 1 or 2 a.m. is just closed, except the 7-Elevens. And then when you're going to 7-Eleven, you got to think, is this store going to get robbed? Because it's always something in America that you got to look over your shoulder. You can't just relax. And that's why it's in the state of it, the way the state of America it is. It's like desperation. Everybody's tense. It's not a good country to live in. That's in my opinion. But yeah, you have these little stores that you can get your snacks, and taxi services are all day, all night. Being in Korea makes it easier for you to live. It's easy to live. So customer service care is impeccable in every store that you go to, the department stores. People want to help you. They have a smile on their face. In America, everybody's dressed sloppy. What I've seen, it look like they don't want to help you, and they're just in a hurry to do nothing. Like they're in a hurry to go back and talk to their friends about nothing. When you don't want to have a future and you just continue to do the same thing over and over, well, maybe that's what your life is going to become. So yeah, the customer service is impeccable. Transportation is out of this world. It's the best in the world, I believe. The foods are healthier. Another reason, crime. It's unbelievable how there's no gangs of people, gang of like kids just walking around looking for trouble, wearing their pants below their freaking knees, where it's like everybody in America wants attention. They want to see, look at me, look, I'm with the crew. It's just part of the culture. That's how it is here. Because of freedom, that's what you got to pay. I'd rather pay a little bit of my freedom to live safe. In Korea, you don't have to think about that. Women can walk at nighttime. I was surprised. I'm walking behind a Korean woman, just walking to a store. It's nighttime. Maybe the lights are a little bit dim, and they don't seem to flinch or anything, because in Korea it's safe. They have CCTV everywhere. So it seems like everywhere you go it's safe. Now granted, every country has its problems, but in Korea you don't have to worry about guns. They outlaw the guns. Drugs, they're very tight on the drug laws. And it's just a safe place to go. Anywhere you want to go, you don't have to think about somebody shooting and drive-by shooting and being an innocent bystander. I don't want to live like that. But some people do. They think, well, it's America, land of the free, home of the brave. Well, to me, I like to be safe. And when you have freedom, these are the things that happen. You're going to deal with crime everywhere you go. I don't care if it's one of the Midwest cities or Midwest countries in America. You're going to have crime everywhere you go. In Korea, it's controlled. So that's a major reason why Korea is far better than America. And another thing about Korea, it's so clean. It's clean. You don't see trash everywhere. And I complained as a foreigner when I seen no trash cans. And a lot of foreigners complain about that, like, why isn't there trash cans in every corner in Korea? You don't see that. But I believe that they have workers that are assigned to pick up trash from the ground. And that's great. You pay people to do things, even the little things. Korea has gotten everyone involved in their community or their country. You see a lot of older ajimans or ajacis out there Sunday morning picking up trash along the streets and the park. Do you see that in America? No, you don't see that. I don't see it. Everybody's just what do I call it? Every man for themselves. It's not a community country. Everybody is trying to get rich quick, and that's why a lot of people are leaving. They want to go to a country that they can live and have a family and be safe and not have to worry about their life, not have to, and also the taxes are not as much in Korea. They have one sales tax. In America, you got 4 or 5 taxes that is just out of this world. And on top of that, the healthcare is horrible. Healthcare is just, you go into an emergency room or you get something done, maybe you get a tooth done or a cavity or dental work. It's almost like $5,000, $5,000 to get medical attention. You're going to pay a lot of money, and it's a lot to get either your teeth done or you go in there for any checkups. And don't go to the emergency room. You probably get a bill for like $10,000. In Korea, I went there for one time for get a cavity filled. It was only $10. Because I had insurance when I was a teacher. The health plan and the healthcare in Korea blows America's health away. That's the price of when you have a homogeneous country. Things just get done. It gets done. And that's the way that I like to live. And since I've been back, it's been a hard struggle for me. I went on a little rant. I think it's normal because when you travel to other countries and you live there and you get involved in their language. I also have somebody who I want to marry that's Korean. I love her, and I feel that you start to understand that it's just a different feeling of honor and respect. Even though they have a hierarchy in their workforce and about respecting elder, and they're very high on that in Korea, I don't see that in America. I don't see the honor from kids with their parents. I come back and it seems like that I never seen anything like it. It's like the Wild West here. Never seen anything like it. The kids are out of control. They do what they want. It is out of control in this country. If you go to Korea and you see families walking down the street, you don't see kids running and being wild and going all over the place. Parents have to chase them. You always see the mother and a father. Get it? The mother and the father. In America, where's the fathers? There's no father around. Mother's got to take care of that. So the welfare system is polluted with that kind of thing. And that's why what we're dealing with, and that's why a lot of people don't want to live here. There's no decorum in America. No decorum. Nobody has any self-worth about respect and about themselves. I don't know what happened. We had it before, but since I came back from Korea, I've never seen anything like it. Korea just has a good way of parenting. They train their kids from the time they're babies all the way up to adults to go to school. And yeah, they go to school for like almost 12 hours a day. And that's something that I'm going to talk about later, about the education system in Korea is a little bad, because not just bad, it's horrible. They tend to push the kids to a point where suicide is like really, the number one thing that a lot of high school kids and even adults, they do that in Korea. But they got a sense of worth of they don't go out there and just hang out and not do nothing with their life and do drugs and I'm cool because I do this or I do that. They have a sense of purpose. So that's what I see since I came back. I've seen that there's no sense of purpose here. Everybody's lost and they're trying to find their way through. I don't know what they're trying to find their way through. Korea just has a different system of making a better society. Reverse culture shock is something that I want to get to. I don't feel as an American. I feel as a foreigner. And I'll never be the same. I think that eating the foods in Korea, getting to know the people, the culture, speaking the language, understanding it, yeah, there are some bad things. But this video, I'm talking about the good things that I like and the good things that why Korea is way better than America. And it always will be, in my opinion, because America is never going to change. And I think it's getting worse with the education. I haven't even read anything about education in America, but it's just they don't have a handle on their kids of what's right and what's wrong. Every time I look on the news on the internet, someone's killing one parent, someone's drowning their kids, somebody's doing something to their parents or kids, or it's just a lot of drama. Korea is a way of living, and a lot of people can't understand where I'm coming from because either you've never been out of your little box, your little country, you haven't been out of the city, you haven't been out abroad to understand culture, and then them kind of people who are in America, they try to manipulate people as myself and others who's been abroad and try to make us feel, yeah, this is where you're supposed to be, you're an American. Yeah, I am, but I'm trying to tell you that it's changed me for the better. And they never change. They try to convince you should just stay here. You should stay here in America and do what? And do what? Because your life is miserable. You don't like the way it is, so you see somebody that's coming from another country that's experiencing things that pretty much some people are jealous. They don't have the guts to get off their butt, quit talking about it, and do it, experience it, and then you have something to talk about. That's one thing that I hate when I come back to America. Everybody talks Everybody are sheep, but there's no leader. I could do this. I'm going to do, but you're not doing it. So that's one of my rants or my points about why Korea is better than America. And I will have other things in more detail about some things that Korea is not good, of the things that they don't have that America does have. But anyway, if you've been abroad and you lived in other countries, you can understand this video. If not, you're not going to understand it. I appreciate your opinions, but until you leave your little circle and get out and see the world, you will never know what it's like.